Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Winston, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Winston's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give him while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Winston's been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Winston is seated nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they're going to demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Winston take off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Winston heel, and then you just start walking and he'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. He shouldn't try to pull ahead or lag behind. He's been trained to walk nicely at your pace. We've also incorporated an automatic sit, as you see right there. Anytime Fred stops his feet, Winston will sit. If by chance he starts to pull ahead of you when you're heeling him, you say no, you give a tug and let go correction to the training collar, and you repeat the command to heel and start walking again. There's that automatic sit again. The next command they're going to be demonstrating for you is the stay command. The stay is a hand and voice command. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm and intercept from Winston's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He then walks out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to build up self-control in Winston. Start practicing this one at about a minute and work your way up in increments to about 3 minutes. And when Fred returns back to Winston, he's going to walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Winston remains seated throughout. Fred gave him a little praise and they take off heeling again. We're going to show you some more of the heel to sit and the stay. There's that automatic sit.
Stay.
He gives him the stay again. Back out to the end of the training leash. And this time, instead of returning back to Winston, he'll demonstrate the come or recall command. You call Winston in using his name in a nice voice. He comes and sits in front. And then we have an exercise called the finish. You're going to heel Winston right around the back of you and right back to your left-hand side heel position.
Stay.
And he sits. We'll demonstrate it one more time. Leave him in that sit stay out to the end of the training leash. Call him into you using his name in a nice voice. He comes in, sits in front. And then the finish, you're going to heel him right around the back of you and right back to your left-hand side heel position. Nicely done. It's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice inside or outside your home and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine. You also see Winston's doing very nicely, but if for any reason he does not respond to a command, the first word out of your mouth is no, followed by a tug and let go correction, and then you repeat your command. Now we're going to show you our down commands. The first is down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. You got a little tug as he did not go down, as Fred repeated his command, and then he gave him the stay. You want to practice this one to build up that self-control about 3 minutes and work your way up to about 5. When Fred returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay and right back to that left-hand side heel position. We'll demonstrate that down command one more time when they come back around. He gives him the down.
Stay.
Much better, first time. Gives him the stay, out to the end of the training leash. And this time he'll show you that recall command right out of the down. You call him right into you. He's going to come in, sit in front. And then the finish where you heel him right around the back of you and right back to your left-hand side heel position. Excellent job. Alright, we'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. This will be the down from a distance. You're going to leave him in a sit, give him a stay, out to the end of the training leash. This is the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop him into a down from the end of the training leash.
Down. No. Down.
You'll then return back to him once again by walking all the way around And we're right back to that left-hand side heel position. Alright, we've demonstrated for you the obedience commands that Winston has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Winston, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.